never been. Losing's what I never.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set for football now on a sunny afternoon in the second city. And off we go from Soldier Field. From the 6. They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage. Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, going back to Patterson. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. Play action. Stafford. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Earl Campbell, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind, worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here. I don't care what sport you're playing, everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game.
Monday. 32.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford. Thomas brings it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing is Stafford. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, Bears! Let's go, Bears!
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
32!
Off of play action, here's Stafford. That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Steve Smith. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the 30 on second down, Stafford, they go screen. He finds Campbell, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. They'll hand this to Campbell, running right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Patterson on the draw play. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. This one into the hands of Pitts. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now Stafford. His throw incomplete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And he'll go right back to Thomas. Complete again. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Stafford. Got a man complete. Calvin Johnson. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Trying to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield. So turn to the 50.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. 3rd down, here's Patterson. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Trucks over him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go right now.
2nd down at 4. Again, Patterson. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Stafford on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And it's caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Logan Thomas, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the 2nd half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get into the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost yet.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll give it to Patterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. A solid stiff arm. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
From the red zone now, Stafford. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw is Stafford. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. He's sat back at the 7. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Second down and goal. Stafford, he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Steve Smith, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Yeah!
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now it's Stafford. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And to find Patterson. And he is going to be brought down. And now making matters more dire, this is going to be 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. It's complete to Fitzgerald. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that. We're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
It's caught at the 1, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way that...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you get that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.